Well, good morning and welcome to day 2. I'm here in Hood River. Here's my beautiful bike warming up, all with its problems. We'll get to that in a second. So here's the hostel. I stayed here last night. It's just a giant room with a bunch of guys in there. They were here for some windsurfing competition. There's a breakfast included, so it's nice enough. If you check it out, make sure it doesn't autocorrect to hotel. You want to search for hostel. So the bike, as I mentioned yesterday, is making some noise, and I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I can definitely hear something else coming up from there. I don't know if there's something rubbing or a scraping, and but I've lubricated the chain. Fingers crossed that that will make a difference, and we'll have a decent outcome. All right, make sure everything's all zipped up, ready to go. Let's get out of here. So I did find out that the road I was planning on taking is closed because of a wildfire that has swept across the wheat fields just a little bit east of here. So obviously that's a real bummer for me, but hopefully it's not going to put a bunch of farmers out of business, because it sounds like it's pretty bad and was completely unexpected and just sweeping through. And if you know anything about wheat this time of year, it's fairly flammable. So I've had to adjust my course, and I am going to be heading east on 84 a little bit longer than I wanted to. That's Highway 84, so yeehaw, highway riding. Down to essentially the next main road that I can take to head south. And the plan is to go into a couple of small towns in the middle of Oregon, and then I am going to then cut through the mountains and end up on the east part of Oregon. And tonight I will be staying in North Powder. Nice.
I'll go away with all your troubles on my arms, to make no more hurt, to make no more harm, no more tears. I have to go away from here to cause no more pain. I have to go away.
Saw this from the road I was rolling on, and thought I would stop in and maybe take a couple pictures, simply because it's this kind of old style, old school, old America stuff that I'm out here to see. All right, photo stop over. I guess it's time to get rolling.
I only hope you can forgive me for all the things I said, for all the things I've done, for all the times I made you sad.
Tell you what, if you're sick of city life, you want to get away from the traffic, you can't beat coming out to a place like this.
Don't you worry about me.
So I've stopped in Heppner, Oregon for a snack, get some gas, and to see if I can figure out what might be making this noise. And so I'm here removing a couple of panels, and I'm going to get into where I can see the sprocket and maybe get a better idea of what the chain is doing or what might be rubbing on. Well, there's nothing out of the ordinary. No pieces of something caught in there that maybe it's rubbing on, or maybe the little guard that's above the chain. I thought maybe that was something caught in there. So I'm not sure. There's definitely a gap, and the chain is definitely a bit on the loose side. I have no way of tightening it here, but I'm hoping that one of the towns that I get to on my way might just have something for me. So I think I will just button this thing back up and get back on the road. Leaving Heppner, I'm heading east toward Ukiah. That's seen better days. With some cool lighting, that tree growing in the middle of it would be kind of a neat photo. As the road heads up into the hills, the whole feel of it changes, and you can see that it's a lot more like a mountain forest road. They do allow the cattle to run a little more free up here, so be aware of that, although I've only actually really run across cattle once. Came up the hill and they were just standing all over the road, so I had to sort of pick my way through. So keep an eye out for that. And because of that, there are a lot of cattle guards on the road. Some of them are a little bit bigger hits than others. Ride accordingly. What do you think? That's a pretty nice view. Okay, we're at 395, and you might actually recognize that number, that highway, because it runs all the way down into California. But we don't care about that. We're heading to Ukiah. We're going to be then heading south on another really frickin' amazing road. Welcome to Ukiah. There's not much here. There is a gas station and this teeny weeny little store, and I think there's a restaurant and a lodge and stuff. Obviously, I'm never in a situation to stay here. It is a super small town. I mean, this is pretty much it. But it's at the perfect crossroads of about 4 different ways, so gotta love it. Also, if you go into the store where the gas station is, right up here on the left, you can pick up a map of the area that's done by a local guy that's really useful. So if you want a map that has things highlighted like the corners and how difficult and gravel or paved, go into that store and pick up a map. They're free. Break time over, we're going that way and then heading south into the hills. It's a super twisty road. It's fantastic stuff. That store there is the one where you can get some gas and the map and a little snack if you want. I absolutely love views like this. The open spaces, just fantastic. This barn right here is one of my favorites. I have one of the best photos I've taken of a barn. This one right here. Of course, I was coming the other direction at the time. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? You know, if you're into barns. See up here the sort of evidence of fires that ravaged through this area a couple years ago. Just all the way. Took out a whole bunch of stuff. Of course, it then clears the way for lots of new growth. Yeah, sure is a really nice view. Wow. Hey, I tell you what, I encourage you, keep your eyes on the road. Gotta stay focused. A lot of stuff up here. Twists, turns, deer. Oh, just look at that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Alright. Come on. Focus. Woo! Whoa! Dang. Wow, that changed pretty quickly. Dang, rough road indeed. This road surface got pretty bad pretty quickly. A little more wonderful road coming up here. I'm not complaining. I know that this is a forest road. Just saying. Ah, granite. No idea if there's anything here, but it's kind of cool looking. Let's go check it out. It's got to be a really small town, but every now and then, catch you by surprise. Granite, Oregon. Looks pretty welcoming. That's pretty much it. Okay. Well. Oh, there's a little more. Does not appear to be all tourist friendly, I'll tell you that. Yikes. Yeah, that was a pretty good road. Thumbs up. Welcome to Sumter. There's a gas station right there. Get in there and get some food, something to drink. I've stopped there before. Don't need anything today. So, this is the downtown area. I don't know much about it, to be honest. Like I said, last time I was here, I was on a mission, so I kind of kicked on through after getting some gas. Looks like they got quite a bit of stuff. You know you've reached the country when ATVs are out front of the saloon. That's a cool motel. You stay in a fort. Alright, I found our next great road. This is Highway 245, also known as Dooley Mountain Road. But first off, let's take a break. So I had an apple and something to eat, hung out with some horses just over that fence there. And now we're going to get ready to head up to this highway here, which is 245, also known as Dooley Mountain. It is fantastic. You can take it all the way down to like Highway 26 and over to John Day and whatever, but today we're just going to go down the Kirby's and then come back and head north from here. Going to North Powder tonight, which is just a different direction than if we stayed all the way on Dooley. So we're going to go down the Kirby bit, turn around, come back up. Wow, just look at the results of that forest fire. There's just burnt trees everywhere. Hey. The road's covered in crap too. Gravel everywhere. A little sketchy, but it's still really good. Yeehaw! Well, we are out in the country. Whoa! Don't look back. Pay attention, dude. Jeez. That would not have gone well. Well, it's definitely not the most scenic road I've ever been on. But I like these curves. So clearly we're past the real twisty part and we've actually come back down on the other side. The question is, where's a good place to turn around? Looks like things are opening up in here in front. Let's see if we get some kind of a view here. Oh yeah, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. Look at this day. Glorious sunshine, blue sky, some clouds. Yeah, this is a good enough place to turn around. Again, if you go straight, you're going to end up going to 26. But 245, something nice. So I've gone back over 245. We are on Highway 7 heading north. And I'm hoping to get some gas coming up and find out about a motorcycle shop. My chain is loose. It definitely needs to be tightened. Hopefully there's a place in this town, because it's a little bit bigger. They might have something. So anyway. Fingers crossed. Okay, well, I think we're in luck. We just got some gas and got some instructions. I was checking my phone for motorcycle shops, and the locals gave me some turn-by-turn to a place that they recommend. I don't know if they're a Cowie dealer or not, but it's just a chain tightening, so it's pretty much the same on any bike. Hopefully, they'll be able to help me out, and hopefully, it'll solve the problem. I was going to stay in this town because it's got some pretty nice stuff here in terms of the number of restaurants and whatnot. But apparently there's some kind of a event going on, and everything is booked solid. So I'm actually going to have to head north about 20 minutes or half hour or something to North Powder once we're done here. But this is a nice little town. I want to come back and check this place out again. Maybe spend the night, get some food. Bust out my camera and walk around town. It's pretty cool. Okay, I think it's right up here on the left. Right up here on the left? Why do we say right up here? It's on the left. There, it's a Honda place. But the lady was pretty sure that they did other things too. So I'm going to spin this thing around. See if the guy can help. Alright, well, I'm going to go in, beg for some mercy, and I will connect with you guys in a minute. Okay, well, he told me he didn't work on Kawasaki's, but after I kind of gave him the, well, I don't know, is there someplace I can go, maybe I can buy the tools kind of a thing, he did hike out to the curb with a couple wrenches, and he helped me on the sidewalk. So he wouldn't let me bring it in the shop for them to work on it. You know, I've got the spools they could have thrown up on a paddock stand, whatever, but he also didn't charge me, so the guy was nice and helpful, tightened my chain up a bit, pulled it back, and hopefully that will sort of help out. He did mention the chain looks kind of worn, which I probably should have double-checked, triple-checked before I left on this stupid trip all the way to Montana and back. So I'm just hoping that by pulling the wheel back just a touch, tighten things up, that'll be problem solved, and I can get a new chain when I get back home. So we'll see. So from here, gonna hit the highway, head north about half hour. See you in a minute. Here we are, heading to exit North Powder. Sorry there's no sound here. I didn't have my other camera turned on or the battery's out. I can't remember which. So this is a little town, like I said, just north of Baker City, which has a motel in it, which looks pretty cool, actually. And he didn't do what the people were doing in Baker City, which was basically doubling their rates because of the event that had booked out everything. Contacted the guy, and he said that just wasn't his style. He charged what he charges, and he was happy to take my reservation. So here I am. There's not much here. I know that. It's a very small town. Motel, place to eat, town to walk around in with a camera. What else do you need? Of course, a giant-ass stag in your motel is pretty darn cool. Ooh, and a classic car. Check that out. Yeah, it's not too bad. Look at that. Hanging baskets of flowers and everything. Thanks so much for coming along. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and click the bell icon to make sure that you are notified when new videos get uploaded. If you have any roads that you think I should ride, leave those in the comments below. And if you'd like to support my effort in producing awesome videos, join the BMR TV crew by clicking the support link in the description below. And until next time, get out and ride.